Hello, everyone, and welcome to my coloring corner. This is a bonus flip through of Dawn D. Boyer, PhD. We have a lot of fantastic artists that are in our Facebook group, and Dawn Boyer is one of the people in our Facebook group. And when I saw that she was an artist and that she was published, she is a PhD, so she also publishes other books. This is the Big Kids Coloring Book, Fairy Houses and Fairy Doors. This is a single-sided for wet media, markers, and paints as well, so you don't have to worry about getting markers or paints in your book. Just make sure that, of course, that you put a um, divider between the pages so that you don't get bleed through. I've looked through these books, and there is a series of 3 fairy houses and fairy doors, and I will be going through all 3 of them today. So not in this one session. I will break it up so that it's not a whole bunch of really long videos. So this one here is the first book. So it's number 1, and it's got some absolutely adorable little fairy houses with little fairy doors everywhere. Of course, it has a extensive introduction to not only coloring, but into an introduction to the artist as well, which is fantastic. That also goes into the fine colored mandalas, which she talks about in her introduction. And then it goes into the fairy doors. Uh, the little saying here on this page, it says, "Sometimes I close my eyes and think someone somewhere must have sprinkled fairy dust in my life, or on my life, sorry, and I am so grateful." So all sketches and drawings are copywritten. At the bottom of every page is a copyright notice, which is great. This one is a cute little fairy house behind some with some pansies. There's another little fairy house in a broken pot. And these are all hand-drawn sketches that have been, of course, digitalized so that they can print them. And of course, the great thing about some people's books, and Dawn does it very well, is they add in your shadow areas with a darker tone, or with the hatchings, different nuances of where your shadows are going to be in the picture. There's a stump fairy house. Oh, and there's a fairy hiding. I'm going to move you in a little bit so that you can get a better view. Hopefully it will stay focused. Otherwise, I'll have to switch over to the other camera. Yeah, it's not too bad. And then there's a lovely fairy house with little gardens and windows. Nice little walkway up to it. And then there's one in a tree. And all of these have different little things hidden throughout them. So she does encourage you to find all the different hidden things. It's a secret fairy house door. This one looks like it is in a pine cone. Some beautiful flowers. And another fairy hidden. Oh, that's a dragonfly. There's the fairy. Very, very small little fairy. I don't know if you can see it. See if I can bring it closer so you can see. So it's a fairy riding a butterfly, is what it looks like. And then we have another one in the roots of a tree with the ivies and the different oak leaves. And this book was done in 2015. And as I said, Dawn Boyer is I do believe, a psychiatrist or a physician, one or the other. I'm not quite positive. I think she's, by her books, a psychiatrist. And she just, does a lot of things for, obviously, patients with stress disorders, and decided that coloring was, well, after doing probably many years of research, found that coloring has been a stress reliever for a very long time. So there's one in the side of a house with the little bricks in the garden. And another wonderful house, door in a tree. And that one's really cute. It's up on some kind of little viney tree vine. And there's another hidden little fairy. It's a lovely door. And there are all sorts of different plants that are real life plants that she encourages you to look up so that you can color them as realistically as possible if you want to, or just to leave them be and color them whatever way you want. And there is some rules to coloring that she puts in there. And the first rule, of course, is there's no rules to coloring. Color it the way you want to. Whatever you see, put it on paper. And that's my rule too. There is no rule to coloring. You put your color down whichever way you want to put it down with whatever you want to put it down with. Color inside the lines, outside the lines. Do what you want to do. Some of these are just absolutely adorable. There's a little teacup sitting there on the table. Lots of different flowers. That's a nice little fairy house. And all of them, she has many, many, many books out for the big kids coloring books. And these were just ones that caught my eye. I don't have a lot with fairy houses. Lots of fairies, but not a lot with fairy houses. So these caught my eye. This one's lovely. It's got some wonderful tiger lilies there. Wouldn't mind having one or two of these little houses, in my backyard, big enough for my studio. That'd be cool. I wouldn't mind this one as my studio in the backyard. I think I need to be a little bit shorter though. This looks like it's in a holly bush. Another absolutely wonderful little house. And this one's in a rose bush or rose garden. Now, some of the books you'll see today that are done by Dawn, you will find that there are some images that are in the first book that will be in the second book that she has added to. This is one of those images that is not only in the first book, but is in the second book. And she has enhanced it and, you know, added a few things to it that she thought it needed. I think it's an adorable house. And this one is wonderful. Little cute little house there. Not sure what it's made of, but it's cute. Each of these books has 50 pages of pictures. The paper is actually really quite nice, which is astounding to me. I haven't colored on it yet, but as soon as I do, I will let you know how that paper is. And I might even do something with one of these books for Tips and Tricks Tuesday. So this is another wonderful picture as well. This one's cute. I really like this one. It's a fairy house into the earth there. Really, really cute. There's another really nice looking one. And looks like a little mouse fairy up there in the tree. It may just be my imagination, but it looks like a little mouse fairy. Another really good fairy door. Sweet little fairy house. There's the door. I was going to say, this one doesn't have a door, but I see it. The door was hidden. Oh, this one's sideways, so we got to turn it. It's a cute little house. And there's another cute little house. It looks like it's in a gourd. And there's another wonderful apartment building type house. There's a back door and a front door. Looks like might be another door up there somewhere. Or is it just going up to the window? Not sure. Multi-level house, that's what it is, yes. And there's another wonderful fairy door going into the garden wall. And there's a sweet little fairy door going into what looks to be a stump or a tree. There's another lovely one. That one kind of makes it look like a face, doesn't it? Oh, there's a fairy door with a welcome sign. It's awfully dark in there, though. And there's another lovely one. Looks like it's going into the wall of the garden. There's one in the house wall. And there's another one. Very, very lovely door. And another one into a tree. And then there's this one. I like the little curly Q bell there. That's cool. Very, very cool. And another holly tree one. And I love the details in this one. Very, very eccentric. Christmassy. Pretty. Another great one in a stump. A lot of fairies live in stumps and trees, so very, very pretty. I love like I said, I really like the little details that she's been putting in. There's a little well and the lantern. This one looks like it would definitely be a warm one. This one looks like it is in an oak tree or, yeah, looks like an acorn tree. Oak tree. Another one with some great details on the door. and a garden wall again. And there's another one in a stump with the fairy looking out the window. There's another one in the tree with a little brook under the bridge there. Another one in the holly tree with some great flowers behind it. Wonderful one in another tree. And I know what those are called, but I can't remember. They're those orange poofy flowers. They look like little blooms. And that is the end of this book. Excuse me. It goes into other books by the artist and the author. And she's got so many different books. She's got watercolor books. She's got research and history, things like that. She's got so many different books. And these are all the ones that were before 2015 when this book came out. And there's our artist. It's just absolutely wonderful. And she's been doing art her entire life. She's the author of over 90 books, over 70 of which are on Amazon and Barnes and Noble. Yes, so she is a doctor of philosophy. That's it. Absolutely wonderful. She's out in Virginia Beach. So she has a doctorate of philosophy. Absolutely fantastic book. And the artist, like I said, is in our Facebook group. And, we do have many wonderful artists in our Facebook group. And I wanted to highlight Dawn's work. I saw a couple of pictures colored by her or colored by other colorists of her work, and they're just so stinking cute. And this one here is the Fairy Houses and Fairy Doors, Part 1. I will, of course, go through the other 2 books that I received of hers as well. And I did purchase these books. These are not in any way, shape, or form endorsed or provided by the artist, any sellers, or YouTube. So these are my own opinion of something I have purchased. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I hope you all have a fantastic day. It is going to be a busy day for videos today. I do have a couple of these books that I'm going to review. Actually, I'm going to do that throughout the week. So today we're going to look at this book, and then we're going to do a Tips and Tricks Tuesday, where I'm going to actually color one of these wonderful fairy doors and do a background for it. And the tips and tricks is going to be for the background. We're going to use some cream crayons or gel crayons, whichever you want to call them. And we're going to do a wonderful background for one of these fantastic fairy doors. All right, guys, I will see you in Tips and Tricks Tuesday. Have a fantastic day, and of course, remember to hit the like button. Leave me a comment about this wonderful book, and if you would like to see more of the bonus flips or what kind of things you would like to see on the bonus flips. Of course, if you're not already a subscriber to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I do appreciate each and every one of my subscribers, and I would love to hear from you all. Ring the bell. I do put out a new video every day except for Sunday. Sunday I have reserved for special occasions and special interviews and special videos. So some Sundays there's a video, some Sundays there's not. Last but not least, of course, is, if you want to join us over on Facebook and talk to people like Dawn Boyer, who we do have in the group, please do come over and join us. Hit the Facebook link down below or on my banner of the channel and fill out the few little questions that we have set up there, and we will get you into the group as quickly as possible. Make sure that you do fill out the application, though, because we will not accept you if you don't. Of course, remember, always relax, color, and stay safe. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I will see you soon. Bye-bye for now.